All right, ebusu for your mom ni ama kwaba eba Ghana Politics Avenue. Trying to free GH Politics Avenue. Na open all the trending political stories koso Ghana maim dia eya na woni binyano woni chire bia. Nene kinufurata stories na yedi bi bremo yenya bi ne pese ni mu share. Muze kinufurata stories in the free e no call ICE detention center no. Tibetu from bia pin kwa na beto form detention center wa ye de bremo e channel yiso na ne dia be kan insa dia be di insa lawyer Frank Davies on na ye kunufurata lawyer owo Ghana ni lawyers a United States of America coordinating bibia pese bibia be koso kama na enne na Frank Davies ye ni interview Joy Prime so ni ebusa ne se 20th na mo beko mo court na court no then ye chese court na be virtual na se kinufurata angasa mu di onko court wo na be na abefo ditafidie ni so na be bi kro obeye no obetina ye na abefo ditafidie so ye na betu dwa na we na wodi nzema betu dwa se osukure se mu kanse bebre fucking kinufurata ho enye no kure na de it osu ya we mi ko ti Frank Davies the bad do bia yes, I'm Ghana Politics Avenue. For the trending political stories on Ghana area, Hayana Ozabekano. Stay tuned and let's watch the video.
Frank Davies, member of Mr. Ofori Atta's legal team. Thank you so much. Good afternoon for joining us. I hope that the former finance minister as well. We've also been told that he has been moved from the detention center. Where is he now?
Good afternoon once again to your cherished listeners and esteemed viewers. Ken Ofori Atta is fine, doing very well. And let me make it abundantly clear that this diplomatic faux pas being displayed by our foreign minister and the ambassador is the most unfortunate. Let me put it out there, without any fear of contradiction, that Kenneth Ofori Atta has not been moved from the Caroline Detention Center. And for a whole ambassador to come and put this in the public space, I don't know. I don't know what it is intended to achieve. If he knows where Ken has been moved, he should tell Ghanaians. It is just not enough to say he's been moved. He's moved where? I mean, this is an ambassador who wanted to extend consular assistance to Ken, who peddled such childish falsehood. Kenneth Ofori Atta, I am telling you on authority, he is at the Caroline Detention Center where he was and has been and will be until tomorrow. He has not been moved anywhere. So get the ambassador to tell Ghanaians where Kenneth Ofori Atta has been moved to. What's all this about?
Well, that's strange and interesting. And what would you think would make him want to make such comments at all?
I mean, you better ask him. I just don't know. I mean, because it's creating so much fanfare about Kenneth Ofori Atta. Almost every time this person says this, what is it about Ken? Please. What is it about Ken?
He was the former finance minister.
The man was not in the country. Now charges have been prepared against him. He's not even been notified of the charges. He's not even come to stand trial. And this is what is going on. And you think any right, fair-thinking person will not think that he's been persecuted before the prosecution? Why? You ask your ambassador. Ask him, where Kenneth Ofori Atta is. He is an ambassador, I am not. And I can tell you on authority that Kenneth Ofori Atta is at the Caroline Detention Center. So ask Ambassador Smith where Kenneth Ofori Atta has been moved to.
Well, thank you for drawing attention to that. But so tomorrow he would be at the U.S. immigration court. Are there any other legal issues he's likely to face tomorrow?
I've said to you before, I'll reiterate that what is happening tomorrow is a purely immigration matter. It's got nothing to do with any extradition process, whether they call it revocation of his visa, whatever, that his visa has expired. Tomorrow is an immigration hearing for an adjustment of his immigration status in America. Simplicity, nothing more, nothing less.
Interesting.
And after tomorrow, we will all know the position.
But everybody goes to court hoping to have their day in court. How is he feeling about tomorrow?
Oh, Ken is upbeat. Our counterpart lawyers in America are up to the task. We are awaiting the hearing tomorrow, which will be virtual anyway. So all is good.
If I understand, it will be virtual. This will mean that he will be on Zoom from the current detention center where he is. The Caroline Detention Center currently, which you're just confirming to us.
He is at the Caroline Detention Center. The immigration officials will have to decide whether he would have the Zoom hearing at that facility or wherever they want him to be. I can answer to that. But so far as I know, he's at the center, and the hearing will be virtual. That's via Zoom.
Frank Davies, thank you.
Thank you very much, too.
Thank you for talking to us. Now, the District Road Improvement Program, DRIP, is facing financial bottlenecks after its national coordinator, Edwin Nilante Vanderpoel, disclosed that the initiative requires about 2.1 billion cedis to achieve its objectives this year. Mr. Vanderpoel admitted that the program initially lacked a clear operational structure before his appointment and needed the funding to set the pace for work to be done. Here are excerpts of an exclusive with my colleague, Mamiesi Nyameche Thompson.
The contract was between the government of Ghana and JA Plant Pool. And it was signed by the then Chief of Staff, Fremo Pare, and also the administrator of the District Assembly's Common Fund, Irina Toshi. Not DRIP. The equipment have been procured before DRIP was conceived.
Okay.
You understand? So I have also been, there has been queries to me and I've answered appropriately. Attorney General, the Auditor General, the Fourth Estate, the National Investigation Bureau have all written to me seeking answers on the agreement, the cost, and the payments. I've referred all those ones to the Office of the President. We are praying that the funding bottleneck that we encountered in 2025 would be addressed. Once that is addressed, I can tell you, madam, you will see a bustling district assemblies in road improvement.
How much are we looking at?
We are looking at about 2.1 billion across the 276 districts. If every district in the former administration, the districts were given 500,000 a quarter, we are looking at giving the districts 750,000 a quarter. That 750,000 is going to take care of their fueling, the maintenance, the servicing, and also salaries for the operators of the equipment and the coordinators.
All right.
And we are sure once the district assemblies get this amount of money, government will not have any problem with road improvement in the districts.
Right.
I'm sure once they get this money, it will spur up economic activities within the districts. And the local economic development program of government will also be enhanced.
And I'll take you to the Ashanti region, particularly Kumasi, where temporary occupants, including car dealers, mechanic shops, taxi operators and traders along the Santasi-Ahunju Road have less than 24 hours to vacate the stretch. The Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly served a final notice a week ago for the affected occupants to leave the area or the road to pave way for the road dualization project to improve vehicular traffic within Kumasi. This comes after months of notices to the traders who sought support for a relocation. Speaking to Joy News, Kumasi City Planner Benjamin Ejenim-Boateng said the Assembly is ready to carry out a smooth and peaceful evacuation beginning Tuesday, January 20, 2026.
For the car dealers, we've had engagements with them. I mean, when Mayor came, we've had engagements not more than 3 with them, you know, series of engagements. They've come to my offices severally. They call, they know the challenge, you know, because Kumasi is a built-up area. You can't find big space, any free space for them to occupy. So we're trying to get pockets so that they can all go, and we've been able to identify some pockets for some of them. And they will go. I mean, you see, with the car sellers, it's not difficult. Moving vehicles is not a big challenge. So nothing will be demolished. Let me use that word. Probably the only thing that stands in the way of demolition will be that temporary structure the temporary structures along the road. If you're running anything of an economic venture, you would have to find space yourself. You know, but over the years, attempts have not been made by them to find space. It is not our work to find space for them. It is not our responsibility. We are doing it to show empathy with them and all that. So those that will be able to relocate, will relocate. Those that we are unable, I think they will find space, you know, somewhere. Yeah.
So tomorrow it's happening.
Yes, it's happening. Oh, some of them have started moving. So it's not going to be that militant. Don't expect a militant action from KMA. Let me use that word again. It's not going to be militant. It's going to be simple. It's not going to be militant.
It's 12 days to the New Patriotic Party flag bearer elections, and the campaign is heating among the candidates as former Agric Minister and contender Dr. Brian Achampong has questioned opinion polls that project Dr. Mahama Bawumia as favorite. On January 31, the 5 candidates will go to the poll to seek election to lead the party into the 2028 elections. All 5 are currently touring the country campaigning on internal party matters, national issues, especially fallout from the 2024 general elections. Let's start from the camp of Dr. Brian Achampong, who insists Dr. Bawumia has lost popularity among party folks and must not be voted for.
We vote, you will usually realize that the presidential candidate receives more votes than the parliamentary candidate. This pattern changed in 2024 when parliamentary candidates performed far better than the presidential candidate.
Over 75% a year presidential
You are very convincing. Sami Awuku secured over 8,000 votes. Yet, when it came to the presidential election, those same voters did not vote for Dr. Bawumia.
271 and 201.
Now let's go to Dr. Bawumia's camp, where the Member of Parliament for Kwabri East, Ofori Atta, has described him as a visionary leader and expressed confidence that he will secure a landslide victory in the upcoming NPP presidential primaries. He spoke during Dr. Bawumia's campaign stop in the Ashanti region. He says the former vice president's role in Ghana's digital transformation drive clearly sets him apart from other contenders.
Let us emphasize Obiya Juma, media debiya meka, and you can get me wrong or you can get me right. But the basic and bottom line, I don't want somebody debiya meka say, ye MPP for enyan tokwa na ye kum, akonyo na ye to na edishye eba. Enti obi obebe bia no yemfa ni die ma na mum ye obi obetumi aye adwuma no aye no aye ne ye den waye ne yie. Mama ka Dr. Bawumia wasem kakra nkyerem so. Oye obi a oye friend deep thinker. Obi a se otena se a oman ni mu problem a ekọ no na watena se ape solution. Enti digitalization. Se woko UK a na dia baako a no se credit rating system. Na me wo UK 2002, 2001. Na credit system, rating system ewo ho. Enti asema no person ode ba no. Wa Canada da adana na si enyeye. This is a man of vision. The campaign bia oye bia, if you have observed, onka obia ho asem. He's always focused on what he wants to do. The person oye ema Ghana tumpon.
Meanwhile, Dr. Osei Yaweduchum has presented himself as the best candidate to unite the party after the primaries, calling for restraint in the party's move to expel Professor Frimpong Boate following his extreme criticism of the party. He spoke on Newsfile.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll appeal to the party leadership to really calm down. In our culture, even age, just mere age, right? That you are older, you should be respected. But you have somebody who have accomplished so much in his life. It's a two-way street. The party gave him a platform, but he also enhanced the party by bringing his expertise to the table. At the time when we were in opposition, a surgeon of his caliber being part of the party was a plus for the party. So even if some words are said that we don't like, we have to find a way to deal with it in such a way that we do not create a situation where he's further vilified through comments by many other people. I will appeal to my brother, older brother, who I really respect. I used to serve as a member of his ministerial advisory board as a deputy minister at the time. And I worked with him closely as a member of his ministerial advisory board. His passion for innovation, for environmental issues, and many other things is worthy of commendation. So I appeal to him to also calm down and cool down. Better days are coming. When Dr. Edishum is the flag bearer, we are going to bring parties together.
Can you still watch and join news today? Let's settle for some business stories. I am Michelle Ajikum. Now, some oil marketing companies are calling for the removal of the fuel price floor policy, arguing that it is preventing further reductions in fuel prices at the pumps. There's more in this report.
The Petroleum Authority in February 2025 rolled out this policy that will ensure that no oil marketing company sells below a certain price. The move was part of measures to prevent what they call price undercutting in the industry. But some players argue that the current development on the market warrants its removal. Philip Tieku is the managing director of Star Oil and is one of those players who has been pushing for this policy to be removed.
Price floor, I think, denies the consumer of market opportunities. For example, we've had a period when the cedi suddenly dropped from 12 point something to about 10.5. Because of a price floor, I can't sell my fuel below 12.
There has been several industry research and data that has shown that lower prices boost volume sales of these oil marketing companies. But also for the consumers, it reduces the cost of living and impacts on other sectors of the economy, like prices of goods and services.
Now, the National Petroleum Authority is rejecting proposals to remove the price floor program so that the various players can determine their values without restrictions. It insists current developments in the market still warrants this policy to protect consumers. Now, away from that, as emerging technologies continue to reshape entrepreneurship across the continent, Studentpreneur Africa Network has taken a bold step to empower young innovators with the launch of the Studentpreneur Innovation Festival 2026. Here is a report.
Has officially launched Studentpreneur Innovation Festival 2026 under the theme Freedom to Create, Emerging Technologies and the Rise of the African Studentpreneur. The event brought together policymakers, development partners and students, creating an enabling platform for mentorship, innovation and skills development through education and empowerment. Founder of Studentpreneur Africa Network, Claudia Chum, underscored the importance of deliberately supporting young people to drive national development through innovation and entrepreneurship.
Studentpreneur Africa Innovation Festival is simply bringing together young people, especially students, to showcase their innovation skills, talents to the nation, what they can offer to the nation. We chose it much for independence mindset, letting them understand what it means and then how they can give back to their country. We're looking at it becoming eventually a national impact day for the youth, that they will not just go waste their lives or go and have fun, go to the beach and then just go and drown, but they are using that day to tell the government that
Ghana Politics Avenue. And then did Gamba channel is your best shows the kind of subscribe to channel. Also subscribe we are now a download what notification bonus. I don't want to watch on those abosso. say be ya the video afufuru bia betu abefo ndetafiri so ahun sabe kan ntem na so otime hu de ekoso Ghana amanyosem na afi video a boma uti ye wani ji ho a wo be like no wa share ama afufuru nso anya bi na afi comment section won so me hu adwen kire fa wo nyina ye dia no baba ye nye hu de bitima ye aboa ma Ghana amanyosem etumpon na akoso edamu nyina mase Akroma high Ghana politics avenue edamu nyina mase